Aloha, I'm Paul Normann. I'm the Executive Director of Neighborhood Place of Puna. And one of our big projects, one of the things that we've been really focused on for the last several years is addressing family homelessness. We know that right now, as of December 2024, there are approximately 70 families that are without shelter. And so at this time, during Christmas, when we celebrate the birth of Jesus in very humble circumstances, right? Because the story really is the story of a family that is displaced and has to rely on the kindness of others to just have a place to sleep, for Mary to give birth, and for them to nurture the child in the first weeks after its birth. And then after that time, they have to flee to Egypt to avoid the slaughter of the innocents, right? The slaughter of all the young children. And while we romanticize the story, we can relate to it today. We can see families today who are displaced, who are running, who are fleeing, and who need to rely upon the kindness of others, on our kindness, on our compassion as a society to welcome them, provide shelter to them, and support them. And the question I think that is really relevant for us today is, if you were back in biblical Judea and you encountered the family, the Holy Family, on the street, on the road, in Bethlehem, trying to get to Egypt, what would you have done? And of course, we all want to think that we would have responded with compassion because, hey, this is, Mary and baby Jesus. But the reality is that the vast majority of people were unaware that this was a special family, right? Yes, there were some who knew, there were some who were told, or there were signs, but basically the vast majority of people that Mary and Joseph and Jesus encountered on the road didn't recognize them, didn't recognize that this was anything other than ordinary day in, day out. And so now, today, at Christmas, we can ask ourselves what we have done, and we know what we have done. We would do exactly what we are doing today. And if you feel like you would have liked to have responded differently than you do today, then the good news is that you can change your life, right? You can try and respond in a different way to families who are experiencing homelessness, right? And that could be everything from advocating within your community for a more compassionate response, advocating for housing. That could be donating to a nonprofit like ours or another nonprofit. It could be welcoming people into your home. It could be so many different things. I mean, that's up to you, how you feel comfortable. But, stretch a little. If you're not happy, if you're honest with yourself and you're like, oh, I would have been one of the families who didn't offer shelter, didn't offer Mary and Joseph and Jesus shelter, then, and you would like to be able to answer that in a different way, here's an opportunity for you. And what a great opportunity, right? Because it's Christmas, it's the holidays. It is a time of family and joy and celebration for many, not all, but for many. And so with that thought, I would like to wish you all happy holidays, happy New Year. I hope that you are able to spend joyful time with your family, with your children, if you have them, with relatives, and may find some peace and happiness at this time of the year. Aloha. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful holiday. Have a happy New Year.